So as we all know, living in San Diego can get a little pricey, but in this video we're going to talk about the top things you can do in San Diego for under 25 bucks, and it's going to start right now. All right, number one on our list of things to do for under $25 here in San Diego is taking the ferry from downtown Harbor over to Coronado.
Can we splice in the video of you on the ferry when you went?
Just when I was doing my Titanic video.
That was amazing.
It was fantastic.
And you really enjoyed that ride.
It was a very quick ride. It's only about 15 minutes, but for $7 you can take a little mini boat ride.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to go over Coronado, maybe with the kids or just, yourself, it's a very easy, affordable ride you can do for $7 here in San Diego. So if you don't have a whole day to go on a whale watching trip and just want to jump on a boat, $7, can't beat it.
That's really cool. Okay, number two, surprising. The BIRCH Aquarium. A ticket for the BIRCH Aquarium is $24.95 for adults, $19.95 for kids,
Correct.
Which is great for a place where you can spend a good chunk of time. You have a beautiful ocean view. You can see out over the Scripps Pier. Lots of hands-on activities there. They have the tide pool exhibit where you can put your hands in and feel all the starfish and the sea anemones. And I'd say for 25 bucks for a ticket, well worth it. I love that.
Out of all like the amusement park style or like zoos, that's the only one that I could find that was under 25 bucks. So that's a really good one to check out.
It is a little bit smaller, have to keep that in mind, but they've added a really nice cafe. It's just a great place to go for like an afternoon.
Yeah, you can spend 45 minutes there or you can spend a few hours there. So it's a nice place to check out and a very affordable
Reasonably
budget.
priced, that's right.
Next one we have on our list is actually a few places. A lot of the museums here in San Diego are all under $25 or less. I think the only one I could find that was over was the Comic-Con Museum, which was, I think, was like $31. And also the US Midway was, I think, about just over $30.
And that's for adult tickets.
For adult tickets. The kids were actually $21. But if you want to check out like the Fleet Science Center, the Art Museum, the History of Man Museum, those are all 25 bucks or less.
Yeah. Another fun activity to do, if you have an interest in trains or you just want to check out a bird's eye view, here is to ride the coaster up and down the coast. So for between $6 and $10, depending on how far you're going, you can hop on the train. I know the rail line starts downtown, takes you all the way up to Oceanside. You have a gorgeous view of the coastline. Just a nice way to get around if you have any activities to do. Along that line there, you can. Or if you just want to get on for the ride, ride and the view.
This is a very nice scenic view. You can also use the UTC trolley. That's also part of that now too. So you can get over the UTC in La Jolla and kind of take it all the way to downtown as well. So a lot of options you can do, more than there used to be. But if you're trying to use the coaster just to navigate all of San Diego, you're probably gonna have a little trouble.
It's a little limited.
But if you're up and down the coast, there's a lot of options there.
It's great.
Here's another activity that's probably a good time in the winter time if you want to try to feel a little bit more like it's winter here in San Diego, so sometimes it's hard, is checking out the public ice skating rinks here in San Diego. There's a couple outdoor ones in the winter time at Coronado and at Liberty Station. Those ones are actually over. They cost about $35, but if you're looking for an indoor one over at UTC or over in Mira Mesa, you can do public skating for $25 or less.
Yes, and if you book it ahead of time, I think there's even
you get a little, I think you get like a $5 discount if you book it ahead of time. So another good options to do here, especially in the wintertime here in San Diego.
You a good ice skater, Bern?
I am not a good ice skater. Not very graceful. So I can ski a little bit. I cannot ice skate.
I'm not a great ice skater either.
I'm more of a roller skater than I am.
Are you a roller skater?
Get me on that roller skating rink. You better watch out.
We do have a roller skating rink.
Literally, you better watch out. Because I might run into Where is the roller skating rink?
There's one in Linda Vista called SKATEWORLD that is really cool and really fun. And actually, now that we're talking about it, is probably under $25 as well.
Yes, we're going to put that on the list right now.
That place is
under $25.
Great, super fun. They have adult skate nights where there's no kids allowed. Then they have family skate nights. And I'm going to let you in on a little secret. You're not ready for the adult skate nights. Those people are really, really good. So even though you're an adult, you might want to go to the family skate where it's a little bit of a slower pace.
Do they like do disco ball and all that stuff?
Yeah, and they have a DJ and they have, snack bar. That's a really fun place to go.
It's like boogie nights out there.
It's totally boogie nights. Next on the list, I love this place, the San Diego Botanic Gardens. It's in Encinitas. I'm surprised that it's less than $25. To me, it's priceless. It's gorgeous there. It's amazing. They do all different stuff seasonally. They have stuff for the holidays. They do an amazing, light setup in the summer. They have later hours. You can go until, later in the evening. And I believe it's $18 for adults and $10 for kids. Wear those kids out. You go and walk on all the trails, and it's just beautiful. It's a beautiful outdoor garden. They do have a small indoor portion, but mainly outdoors. Really, really beautiful place.
And another similar spot you can check out right after this, which is actually not that far away from it, is the CARLSBAD flower fields.
Good call.
Another option that is under $25 here in San Diego, but it's only
incredible.
A couple months out of the year.
That's right.
Is it March through like April, something like that? Actually, it's about to start now, I think, in February.
End of February through like April or something. Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
So that's $22 for adults and $10 for kids. So that's another good place. They do tractor rides around them. You can take tours of it, all that. And the flower field, it's not like a small flower field. It's like a legit.
It's huge and it's beautiful. There's lots of influencers who go and take pictures in front of all these beautiful flowers. Do you know what type of flower it is that grows there, Bert?
Yes, it is. I forget. You tell me.
It's a ranunculus.
Ranunculus.
Try to spell that 10 times.
I cannot spell it.
I don't think I could either. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. That's a great place to go around Mother's Day because the flowers are in full bloom just before Mother's Day, usually in April. And it's just beautiful.
Yeah, good place to check out for under $25.
Yeah.
Okay, this might be obvious to a lot of people. There's a couple things you can do here for sporting events here. Padre tickets you can usually get for about $15 if you're willing to sit out on the grass on Gallagher Square out there.
You better specify.
Yes. You're not going to get it right up front.
No.
So why? But you can get tickets for $15.
Yes.
San Diego Gulls is under $25, as well as the San Diego Wave, which is the women's soccer team here.
Soccer team.
You can also get for around $20-25 for a ticket there. So few options here for outdoor options for sporting events here in San Diego. Also, the San Diego Legion, which is the rugby team that's part of San Diego, is now going to be playing at Snapdragon Stadium as well. So they're getting a lot of use out of that new stadium here in San Diego. So check it out. Next on our list is one of my favorite things to do here in San Diego is the comedy store, or any kind of comedy club we have here. There's a few of them. I usually go to the La Jolla one. But all those are usually about $20 to $25 for entry to get into the comedy club. They do require a 2-drink minimum at most of them. So technically it's a little bit over $25 when it's all said and done, but to get in there it's about $25.
Depending on who's the comedian.
They almost always have the same price for all, even the big,
awesome.
Unless they go to like the San Diego Civic Center. Then they can charge
the really big names.
hundreds and hundreds
Your
of
Jerry
dollars.
Seinfeld,
Chris
Schumer,
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock, yeah.
She was here recently.
You're not getting that for $25.
You're not getting that for $25. But they do end up showing up at one of those local spots. You can get it for $25. Not a bad deal.
Perfect.
And I love comedy shows.
Yeah. I like this one. Something super spooky to do is head to the WHALEY house, which is possibly one of the most haunted places in the United States. Yeah. And those tickets start at $13. So if you like ghost hunting, apparently there's lots of ghosts in the WHALEY house, and that's in Old Town San Diego, correct?
They also have like haunted tours, which were a little bit more than $25. I really wanted to make them get on the list, but I think they started about $35.
Okay.
Just FYI.
Good to know.
If you're looking for some outdoor activities, obviously there's some free options you can do with that, like go surfing out on the ocean here. But you can also rent kayaks and stand-up paddle boards here, especially in Mission Bay area and up in Carlsbad. They have a few spots up there too, where you can rent aquatic equipment for less than $25. So if you're into stand-up paddleboarding or kayaking here in San Diego, you'll be in luck.
So if you want a little bit of a longer ride than the ferry ride that you mentioned at the beginning of this video, you could also do a harbor cruise. I can't believe a harbor cruise for $24 per person all around the San Diego Bay.
Yeah, I was shocked actually. There's the one place, because I was doing a little research trying to find one. Like I probably won't be able to find one for under $25, but Flagship San Diego actually has them for $24.
That's awesome. And longer than the ferry ride, I assume.
Yeah, if you want something a little bit longer than the Coronado ferry, try that. I think it's like a 2-hour ride or so.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so another good place to check out. If you're looking for another activity to do with kids here, my son always likes going to PELLY'S mini golf over in Del Mar. Really good location right across from the Del Mar Fairgrounds. Only costs $10 to do a little mini golf here. And they have 2 different courses you can go on. I think you're supposed to pay for each one individually. But they don't have a lot of security going on.
Doesn't always work out that way.
Yeah, especially when my kid does it like fast-paced. He's more of a fast-paced mini golfer.
Speed
so
golf.
he kind of just goes right through it and around people. So don't play with my son. He's
2 for the price of 1.
Exactly. So another good thing to check out here.
Okay, I love this one. The Cabrillo National Monument, which was part of our video in the Top Gun tour. We went there. It's $20 per car. It is technically like is it like a state park or a national?
I think it's national
like a national park.
Yeah.
Amazing 360-degree views of the ocean, of downtown San Diego skyline. of the actual monument itself. I mean, that's just a gorgeous place to go for to hike around, to have a picnic, to just take in those beautiful views and learn about the history of San Diego and Juan Cabrillo.
I know. I think we need to do a video on just like the best views in all of San Diego.
Yes,
that's definitely going to be on near the top of the list.
Oh my gosh, it's out of control. I mean, and there's so much activity there too. As I said in the other video, you can see the naval base, you can see the helicopters taking off and landing, you can see the ships out in the bay, you can see the Coronado Bridge. Like, you could just sit there and watch all that's going on in San Diego for hours if you wanted to.
Yeah, it's amazing. Definitely check that one out.
Yeah. Next on our list is the Star of India Maritime Museum, which is an actual ship that is docked there in the San Diego
it's technically
waterfront.
Active, right?
It is the oldest active sailing ship in the United States, I believe.
I don't think it ever moves, but...
No, it's not, well, I don't know actually.
Maybe it
Who
does.
knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
But it's an amazing museum there. You know, they've got like the people dressed up like pirates that come out and tell you a little bit of the history of the seas around here in the Pacific Ocean and stuff like that. It's $20 for adults, $10 for kids. They do all kinds of like, you know, people do school field trips there, but you can also have like birthday parties there.
Yeah, my son went to a birthday party there. It was actually a lot of fun.
Yeah. And then you can also just go and check that museum out on your own time.
Yeah. Last but not least on our list here is obviously you can go to any movie theater you want for probably less than $25 typically here. But one specifically on here is they have a drive-in movie theater down in Santee and down South Bay.
Yeah.
And it only costs $10 per person to go to a drive-in movie, which I thought was pretty fun. You actually thought it should have been cheaper, but I thought it was actually pretty well priced because, you know, go to a movie here, it's like $20.
That's true.
So.
And you know what, actually, I think since you drive in, I think you do get to stay for like a double feature. So I think you do get 2 movies for $10, which is great. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll admit,
so
that's a good price.
You know, it's hard to get anything for $10 these days. So I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
So that was our list of things to do here in San Diego for less than $25. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Maybe we'll try to put another one of these, like things to do for less than $100.
Oh, okay.
So
I thought we were going to go even lower.
No, well,
less than $10.
Less than $10. That will be tricky. It won't be a very long list.
Be a trip to Taco Bell.
You'd love that. Anyways, thanks for watching. Catch us next time and tune in to us next week when we post new videos every week. Thanks for watching. Bye.